Alright, so I've realized in a lot of my videos I use plugins that can cost a lot of money and not everybody has the budget for them. But I didn't start off with everything. I bought them over the years I've been producing. Sometimes companies will send them out for sponsored videos too, and I'd be lying if I said I don't like them or they're not worth buying, but they're not needed to make a good beat. So to prove it, I'm gonna cook up a full drill beat from scratch using nothing but stock plugins in FL Studio. So let's get straight into it. Okay, so I'm just going to start off by showing you my 3 favorite stock plugins, and this is in no particular order, but one of them is Sakura, because in Sakura there's a few sick sounds. So for example, in its atmosphere, number 3 sounds crazy. Could easily make some dark UK drill stuff with that. And then I also really like some of the strings, especially the harps. Even the violin's quite nice. And a viola. And then I've used this sound in quite a few beats too. So yeah, Sakura is a sick plugin. Next I like Citrus. If I'm being completely honest, I don't use it in a ton of my beats, but there's still some fire sounds in here, especially for the pads. For example, I could select this pathetic pad, and then I could just create a nice atmosphere with this. So straight away I've got something dark sounding. But my favorite stock plugin of them all has to be Flex. Flex is crazy to say it's free. They have a ton of free banks that you can download. Like you can check out the guitars and bass guitars. I've used them in a few sessions before. They sound sick. If you watch my videos, you know I love my strings. So definitely download the Essential Strings pack. It's completely free. Then you have all kinds of acoustic sounding strings in here. These sound like the ones you'd get in contact banks. I really like this one here, and then I also like the sustain down here. You can check out the Essential Piano Bank as well, especially if you just need a nice sounding grand piano. Let's go ahead and start using some of the sounds. So I'm in Flex, I'm going to use the violin sustain. So I could just start off with some bass notes. And just have it land on the root note, and then we'll just see what sounds nice on top of it. So I like this chord, and then we could do something similar just to make it sound dark. And I'm really just clicking notes in until it sounds right. Like that one there. Could copy this down as well. And then do something similar at the end. Now we'll try and pitch it up a bit. I like it there. There as well. I'm just thinking of the 808 as well, because if it's here, it's going to land nice on those notes. Let's go with this one. So from here, I can just press Alt and R to randomize the velocity. And then I can just move some notes manually as well, just to make it a bit more natural. I'm just holding Alt and clicking and then dragging. We'll just copy that over. And this can be the foundation. Next we can add some fruity reverb. I like to use the Cathedral preset. I'll bring up the low cut, make it a bit wider with stereo separation. What we could even do is add growth speed, go to the momentary bank, and then we'll select half speed for halftime. This is just going to make it a bit darker. We'll try pitch it up. If you don't have growth speed, you can also use halftime, because I'm pretty sure they offer a free version. And then I'm going to put the reverb underneath halftime. So I like the way the chords sound. Now let's actually copy that Flex, and then we'll go to some pianos. We'll just choose the close grand. And I really just want this for the bass notes. I'm just going to copy those in, and then we'll bring them down a couple octaves. And then we'll double it. And then we could try and add halftime to this too. Bring it back up. I'm going to try Keyzone as well, because this is actually a free plugin, so you may as well download it. They've got a real nice preset called the Yamaha Grand Piano. Let's see if that one's any better. Yeah, I prefer that one. You know what, with the piano, I might actually add some more notes. And to make these count melodies easier for yourself, you can just use the notes that are already in the chords. So if you look, I've selected this one, that one, and these two. already sounds alright. Because we've got halftime on, I just need to bring these back a bit. Then I can actually make some of these shorter. So we can take that, we'll copy it over, then we'll bring these up an octave. And then in this first half, I'll get rid of this note and extend this one, just so there's a tiny bit of variation. And then just so the higher notes of the piano can cut through a bit more, I'm just going to see where they're hitting. So it's around this mid-range. So with an EQ, just before the reverb, I'm going to bring the mids down a little bit in the strings. And this should cut through a bit better there. And then on the piano, because I want to save some room for the bass, I'm just going to cut out the lows. Then if you want another free plugin, you could check out Isotope Vinyl. With this one, I like to bring the dust down so there's no crackle noise. And then I'll just set it to like 1950. Should sound more like a drill piano now. Could even add some delay to that piano. I'm going to set it to 4, just bring this volume down a bit. We'll set it to ping pong, and then we'll bring the panning up and the feedback down a little bit. Bring that input back up. And we'll just copy the bass notes. Okay, we'll copy that over, pitch it down. Could even randomize the velocity a bit. I'm actually gonna cut it there. Okay, we'll copy flex one more time. Actually, let's go to Sakura, because I really liked the sound of that atmosphere. I want to see what the strings sound like layered with it. Yeah, that's going to be way too much. So what we could do is use it as a couple accent notes. We're actually working in G sharp minor now, so I could just use the root note. Let's try this. Kind of like that. Then we'll add one more note here. Okay, in one section, I think I want the keys to be a bit busier, so I'm going to add a couple more notes. Alright, so we're almost done with the melody. The next thing you need to do is click the like and subscribe button if you're feeling the content I put out. Honestly, it helps the video a lot, so I'd really appreciate it. So I'm just going to split this because I want one section that's a bit more chilled than the other. Press Ctrl and B to copy it over. So I'll have one section with the strings and then one without. Maybe one with just the keys. Okay, next what we're going to do is reverse the keys. So I'm just going to select the piano, click here, Alt and R, and then we'll render the song selection. Now I'm going to hit reverse. And with this one, I'm actually going to pitch it up a full octave. I'm also going to cut every bar here and then bring it back around. This is just so the progression stays the same, because I'm thinking in one section we can have that part and just the keys. So I'll send the rendered one to an empty mixer, we'll add an EQ, and I'm just going to take out some of those harsh highs. We'll get some reverb on there as well. We'll just go for the cathedral preset again, or bring down the dry. What we could also do is add Fruity Panomatic, another stop plugin. I'm going to select pan, I'll increase the speed, and then I'll increase the amount as well, so you can see how much it's going to be panned. And now it just sounds more like an atmosphere. You know what, I'm actually going to bring the dry level a bit more up. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and if you want to take it a step further, I'm going to highly recommend a free VST, and it's Spitfire Audio Labs. If you're looking for free VSTs, you don't have this one yet, I really don't know what to say. The quality of these ones are just insane, and I really wanted to focus this video around stock plugins, but if you focus on stock plugins, you might as well take a look at free plugins. And with this one, I'm just going to choose the choir. I'm going to copy the strings. I've got a new pattern for the choir. I'll paste that in, and then I'm just going to add it here. I'll bring it down an octave. And just to see how it sounds, I'm actually going to render the choir, and then I've just reversed it, and then we'll do the same thing so the chords are the same. I've sent it to another mixer, I've added gross beat, and I've just got this fade in preset. Just to make it a bit more subtle. I think it's just missing one thing, and I want to add this top layer of violins. Just something like this. There we go. Actually, we could pitch that up an octave and just randomize the velocity a bit. Then just manually move some notes. Just gonna cut out some of the highs. All right, that's definitely enough for the melody. So I'm gonna start adding in the drums. Could get something like this. So yeah, just a simple bounce, but using velocity to make it more interesting. Let's actually change that. Yeah, kind of like this one. And then I'll just get this higher pitched one. Yeah, there we go. All right, moving on to the snare. We'll go for this one. You know what, for this one, I could go back to the Marvin 808. This is in Percs Kit Volume 4. This one sounds crazy. And then we could just copy that over. So yeah, first half really simple. Second one, we'll spice it up a bit. Alright, I know I always use it, but I think I'm gonna have to go back to the rider one. It just sounds that little bit better. Alright, next we need some kind of perk just to land on the kick like this. And then we'll just bring this over to create like a manual delay, and then we can just fade that out. Or we could change that for a stomp like this. Alright, I'm gonna grab another counter snare, one like this, and this is just gonna act as a perk. Same again on this side. And then as always, I just like to finish every 8 bar or 16 with some kind of drum fill. See what I'm saying? They just make any beat sound better. So yeah, I don't really need more than that for the drums. So I've just gone ahead and split them, and then we'll just do a quick arrangement. I think that fill I'll probably have every 16 bar. So we could start off with the keys or the strings. What I could also do is just copy that piano and then just use the bass in the first section. And then with the violins in the intro, we'll bring those down an octave. Yeah, there we go. Then we just need a couple changes in the 808. So I just like to have two patterns that are a little bit different. When it drops into this section, I just need the drums to die out for a bit. I want some kind of sub bass here, so we'll see if we can find one in a stop plugin. One idea I've got is to use GMS. We can just go to basses, we'll see what sounds good. Cut the bass too. Alright, let's listen from the beginning. Okay, so it's a 16 bar intro as usual. Could even try the sub bass there if I wanted. And I've rendered the melodies so I can make these cuts. I think those cuts just sound crazy. We have the new 808 pattern. That really just keeps the beat interesting. And then coming into the verse. So yeah, just tons of space for an artist in this section. And it builds up again here with the choir. So yeah, if you're feeling this video, click up here to make more dark beats for Heady 1. and click up here to make UK rap beats for people like Fredo.